everybody. It's Abby Glassenberg here at Craft Industry Alliance. Hope you're having a wonderful week and a wonderful Wednesday. So, we go live every Wednesday to talk with one of our members about their business. It's our member spotlight, and we get to learn a little bit about like how their business journey, maybe see some samples of their work, get a little peek into their studio. And today we're going to be talking with Dari Litchman from the Craft Salon, and I see that she's here. I'm going to go ahead and request granted to join our live. And I'm really excited to talk with her because she runs a pretty cool craft studio where she teaches lots of different classes. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
So nice to see you. I love your glasses. I love
Thank
cool glasses.
you.
Yeah, so really nice to meet you. I haven't had a chance, I don't think, to meet you yet. So great to have you for our member spotlight. And Dari, will you tell us a little bit about your business and what it's all about?
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. So we are the Craft Salon, and we are an arts and crafts studio serving kids and adults.
Okay.
And we also have a ceramic studio within our studio. So we do lots of different craft stuff. And we have a very large after school program. And we also do, camps when there's no school, and summer camp, and craft retreats, and all things craft related.
That's fantastic. And when did you open?
I'm in my sixth year. So we started
Wow.
actually right during the pandemic, which was
Wow.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to say that must have been somewhat challenging,
Yeah.
but you made it through, which is a
Yeah.
very good sign. And so tell us for like the kids programming, because I
Mhm.
know there are a lot of people who kind of want to open or run a studio that serves kids. What are the classes that are most popular? What are the projects that are most successful when you're working with younger people on crafts?
Well, first off, we work with kids from kindergarten up through fifth grade. And I say that since we started during the pandemic, we started so slowly that it really gave me an opportunity to see what was going to work and what wasn't
Yeah,
going to work. We are right in the middle. We're in a city, first of all. We're in Brooklyn, New York.
right.
And where the studio is located is right in the middle of a lot of schools. So we decided that for our after school program, what we were going to do is be close enough to schools that we could pick the kids up from school. So we actually walk on
Wow.
foot to pick them up. No school is farther than 15 minutes away. So we pick them up, we walk them back to the studio, and then their parents pick them up at the end of our day. So I think that just being a place that can do that has made it so much better for families and parents. And
Yeah,
um,
and I used to be an administrator for a nonprofit that served kids after school. We ran soccer and creative writing classes, so a little different. But one of the things that we learned through that is like the importance of vacation camps and the importance really of like talking with families about what it would be that would be helpful to them. Like what actually do they want and need that would make their lives smoother and easier and have their kids have really good experiences. And so I feel like being able to solve that intermediary step where their kids are out of school but not yet at your program by being able to bring them to your program is brilliant and like such a good move to make.
yeah, and so I just feel like, because we're in the city that we're in, it's just the way we're set up, and the
Mhm.
infrastructure of our city makes it possible for us to do it that way. And in terms of what are the most successful projects, honestly, um, the way I see it is I always try to strive for elevated projects. I don't want them to just go home with like a piece of paper that they colored or like a coloring page. I really want them to be working on things that I focus on product and process.
Okay.
So I really want them to have a good finished product when they leave. I want something they can hang on their wall or they can, use or that kind of thing. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples
Please
of some
do.
things that we
Yeah.
do that are really popular. So we have two different age groups. We have a kindergarten through second grade, and then we have a third through fifth grade.
Right.
So they definitely work on different projects, and then same breakdown with ceramics. But a lot of times, I really love to make stuffies with them. This is one of our most popular stuffy projects.
Oh, that is so cute.
It's a cat Pop Tart.
It's a Pop Tart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what we do is we teach them how to sew. I teach every kid how to sew by hand. The older kids will get on the machines sometimes, but we always teach sewing here. This is one of our, this is called an emotional support nugget. So
Oh,
they're like these little stuffies. And we like to make all different sizes. So we make the bigger size, and then we also love to make, we're really into keychains and bag bling over here. So we like to make um,
ah,
a smaller size. The
that
kids
is
get
so
really into it. Here's a smaller emotional support nugget. And then we even have the tinies.
oh, and they're
And
so cute.
oh, wait, I have to show you these too. So these are going to be, these will be keychains.
Oh,
And
oh my goodness, that's the one with the bow. I love it.
so one thing that I wanted to do a few years ago, it took a time to really like marinate and become clear to me what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I ended up doing a, so everybody knows about the little free libraries.
Yes.
And so I came up with the keychain library. So what it is I make little keychains, hang them up in my little keychain library in a box outside of our store, and people can take them. They're free. And then they would leave a trinket. So like if they left something, then I would turn that into a keychain. And then so it's like just keeps going. Like you take one, you leave one.
Yeah.
And then because we're in a city, sadly, my heart was broken because people started stealing them. So I would put them out, and within minutes, they would just all be gone. And I was really upset because I was like, that's not what this is. So I decided instead to, you can see it behind me here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So it's really like a gumball machine.
Yeah.
So I decided to start to put them in the
Oh yeah.
little, plastic clamshells. So it has now turned into, it's not exactly a library, but I still call it the keychain library. So it goes outside, I lock it up, people pay $1, and then I just put the money right back into the keychain making. So I just make these all the time. This is kind of like my hobby. I just love to make all. So these are done with shrinky dinks.
Thanks. Yeah. And pony beads. Yep.
Yes, and then like sometimes the kids make them. They like to make them, and so that is my
I
sort
love
of
that.
labor of love project.
Yeah, it's interactive. It brings people in and makes them curious about what's going on inside.
Yeah,
And, I think one of the other things I'm observing from the different projects that you're showing is that they are on trend. In other words, like bag charms are everywhere right now. And,
exactly.
this is, and also the faces on each of the little, the pickle and the nugget and the Pop Tart, the faces are really, really cute. And I design stuffed animals. There's my stuffed animals behind me.
Oh,
I feel like one of the things I've learned over many
I
years,
see a pickle. I see a
that's
pickle.
for half Christmas pickle right there, of doing this is that a huge part of the appeal of a stuffed animal is in the face. So even if the body is kind of wonky looking and whatever, might be a little misshapen here and there, if the face is really cute, everyone's like, oh, I love it. And so
Totally.
I feel like you've really gotten that down. And that's what appeals to kids. It's trendy and it's really cute. And it's something they're going to want to bring to school and show off. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They're really into it. I also have these charts that I show the different faces. So like, like the closed eye, one eye open, one eye closed, or
Oh,
like a
yeah.
sour face. So it shows them the different faces. And sometimes these kids though, they already know. They really
Sure.
do. Like,
They do.
yeah. So, but um, it is great. And also we love a top hat here.
Totally. So he's very demure. So, and I also love that you're teaching sewing, hand sewing, because
Yes.
we all know that there, I mean, I learned to sew in home ec in eighth grade, but I'm also 50 years old. And so we all know that there's no sewing in schools now. And, you know, I also have taught sewing to many adults, and many adults don't know how to sew.
I
And so
know.
they can't teach their kids to sew, or they don't have time or patience or whatever it might be. And so you're giving kids a skill that they can use for the rest of their lives, even if it's just reattaching a button that fell off their pants or whatever.
It is totally a life skill.
Yeah.
And one of the things I really love when I'm teaching sewing is that every kid can get it,
Yeah.
even if they've never sewn before. And so when we do it, they're like, "Oh, well, I don't know how to do it." And some kids get nervous or whatever, and I'm like, "No, no, no, you can do it." And we actually take them one by one and do a little demo, and then they're on their way. And so nice to see that sense of accomplishment and mastery. It's great.
That's fantastic. Okay, so you said you have ceramics. Tell us about that.
So we have a full ceramic studio on our lower level. We have wheels and we do wheel throwing and hand building. We have two kilns. It's almost like our little special secret because when you walk into the studio, you don't know it's there unless you know it's there. So we do have kids. We have the after school program can also choose ceramics, and we have adult classes. So we have evening adult ceramics classes, and sometimes we'll do like a clay and sip event or
I would
those
love to
kinds
go
of
to something like
things.
that. Yes, I
Yeah,
would totally go with my friends. That sounds really fun.
it is great, and we have a wonderful team down there, and it's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so other than sewing, what other types of projects do the kids do and enjoy?
A lot of painting and we like to use that foamy clay, that air dry, like
Yep.
the Model Magic type of deal.
Yeah.
We like to do a lot of stuff with that. In fact, I'll show you that project. So again, like you were saying, on trend,
Yeah.
we love an ombre.
Oh yeah.
So we
So
do a lot of ombre painting, and then we like to have them make these little doodads, and so we'll just like this is literally a cardboard box.
oh,
And we do a lot of cardboard and I love it so much. I
that is
really
so
think
cute.
it's so fantastic. And so they make the little things and they paint the background and then we just slap a mirror in. I'm telling you, it's easy, it's inexpensive, and a kid goes home with this and hangs it on their wall in their
I
bedroom.
would,
And it's like,
yeah, my kids would have totally hung that up. And what I see on there is charms. Charms super on trend right now. So I love it. I think you have a real knack for designing a project I think you said it right, that where the process is great, but also the product is great.
totally. Yes.
I think that that's sort of missing, frankly, in some of the kids' crafts, you know, that you might do in school or books that you might get or just, you know, things you might do on your own. You're going to end up with something you can really enjoy and be
Yeah.
proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. And
Um,
that's what craft's all about, right? Is like making something useful and beautiful. That's why we all do crafts. And so, you know, you sort of turn them on to that. It's, you know, you can't say no once you start.
yeah. Another thing that I really, really love is paper mache, and I just
Oh,
kind of can't get enough of it.
yeah.
Can I show you one last thing?
I would love to see. I
All
love
right.
paper mache. So, and I love doing paper mache with my own kids when they were young. We have many memories of projects that we all made together.
Yes, my daughter, I feel like she kind of like sparked me getting back into it. But so this is a paper mache, it's like a pencil holder
Yeah.
for your desk. So and again, it's just a cardboard base. They tape it all together before painting and embellishing.
Yeah.
And
But it's got that kind of like, I don't know, Japanese aesthetic that's super in right now and really cute with the little fangs and the three eyes, right? And the
yeah,
rainbow. Like I feel like that's a big part of the appeal is like you're gonna want to put that in your room.
exactly. Exactly. And the kids are so into animals, especially cats. Cats is just like the hugest thing. And so whenever we do something, they always want to turn it into a cat. So
Right.
we will usually plan a project and figure out a way to also make it a cat.
Right, sure. It's gonna be more appealing. This
Yeah.
is so cool, Dari. I love learning about this. And I wondered what you did prior to the pandemic when you started this studio. What were you doing?
It's so funny. It really just like led me here, but I was working for other people that had similar programs.
Okay.
And then I had a space in my basement in my former house, and I was like, oh, why don't I just kind of like try it in there and see what happens?
Yeah.
And so I started there, and then it just like grew little by little until I had my first, actual studio. And now we're at our third studio space, and possibly looking to go to our fourth. I don't know yet. TBD.
Okay.
And I've always done creative work. I studied printmaking in college and
Okay.
also art therapy. That was a long time ago.
Sure.
And I've always been involved in some form of craft teaching. And it led me here.
Yeah, I love it so much. So if people want to follow along and see what your kids are making, what your adults are making, what events are coming up, if they can maybe come by in person,
Yeah.
where should they go? How should they sort of keep up with you?
Sure, there's a few different places. One is Instagram is where I'm probably most active, which is the Craft Salon on Instagram. We have our website, which is thecraftsalonstudio.com. We
Okay.
have a couple other Instagrams. We actually have an Instagram for the Keychain Library, which is Kensington Keychain Library.
Okay.
Our area is called Kensington. And we also have the Clay Salon, which is our clay studio, but we're in the same building. So it's not
Right.
separate, but it's another place to follow. I have a few videos on TikTok. I would love to get back to it. I haven't been doing it for a while, but I would really love to continue to do, um, DIY type of videos. So there's a bunch there. And I think that's it.
That's great. This is awesome. Well, I'm really glad you're a Craft Industry Alliance member. We definitely need to be encouraging kids to be crafty and express themselves creatively, and you're making that happen. So thank you for doing that and for introducing the next generation to all that crafts have to offer them, because we all know it's so much, and that's amazing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, this has been great. Thanks everybody who joined us today, and we'll see you next week. All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye, bye, Dory. Take care.